Have you an idea on why armies tend to not deploy MLRS very often? I mean, if we compare these type of weapons to self-propelled artillery pieces, it is quite clear that usually MLRS are better in terms of precision, range, and ammunition selection. It all comes to one thing: their price. With the variety and accuracy of MLRS ammo today, most armies would rather replace their entire conventional artillery to MLRS tomorrow morning, if it wasn't for its extremely expensive price. In this video, we are going over 8 best multiple launch rocket systems used today. Make sure you watch until the end, because the last one might just be the most interesting. Number 8, Pinaka from India. The Pinaka is MLRS produced in India and developed specifically for the Indian Army. It is also called India's Grad missile system, as its characteristics are derived from the Russian BM-21 Grad. The system can load 12 rockets of 122 or 214 millimeters caliber, with a maximum fire range depending of the specific Pinaka variant. The initial variant, the Mk1, has a range of up to 40 kilometers and is equipped with various warheads. It can deliver high explosive rounds for widespread blast effects and fragmentation, effective against personnel and lightly fortified structures. The Mk1 also supports anti-tank mine-laying rounds, creating defensive perimeters and obstructing enemy armored vehicles. Additionally, it can launch incendiary warheads designed to ignite fuel or other flammable targets, making it versatile in both offensive and defensive missions. To meet the demand for greater reach, the Mk2 variant extends the system's operational range to between 60 and 75 kilometers thanks to the new precision-guided capabilities, with a ballistic error between 7 and 60 meters. In 2024, DRDO, the producer behind this system, revealed 2 new variants of Pinaka rockets, one with a range of 120 kilometers and the other with a range of over 200 kilometers. Number 7, K-239 Chunmoo from South Korea. The Chunmoo is a multi-caliber launch rocket system designed and manufactured by the South Korean company Hanwha Corporation. This MLRS provides the Army with a non-nuclear, all-weather, indirect area fire weapon system to strike counterfire air defense, armored formations, and other high-payoff targets at all depths of the tactical battlefield. The vehicle can carry 2 pods of rockets or a pod with 2 KTSSM, whose acronym stands for Korea Tactical Surface-to-Surface Missile. The Ka-239 can fire 130 227 and 239 millimeters rockets, which can be fitted with high explosive fragmentation, incendiary, smoke, illumination, cargo warheads, with anti-tank or pre-fragmented anti-personnel submunitions. The 130 millimeters rockets have a range of 36 kilometers, while the larger 230 millimeters class rockets have a range of about 80 kilometers for the non-guided one and 160 kilometers for the guided variant. Speaking about the KTSSM, it is equipped with a high-precision guidance system, which includes GPS, and has a range of around 120 to 200 kilometers, depending on the variant. Thanks to this high sophisticated precision kit, this missile achieves a high degree of accuracy with a maximum circular error, probability fewer than 2 meters. Number 6, Polonez M from Belarus. The Polonez was designed by the Belarusian plant of precision electromechanics in cooperation with a foreign country, probably China. The system is armed with 8 ready-to-launch 301 millimeters rockets in 2 4-cell container, and it is designed to engage command and control posts, communication hubs, airfields, roads and bridges, various pieces of infrastructure, munition, and fuel depots. In 2017, the M20 single-stage solid propellant guided missile for the system was unveiled. According to the official information issued by the Belarusian defense industry, the M20 has a firing range of about 300 kilometers. The system is reported to have circular error probability of no more than 45 meters, depending on the type of the rocket. Like most of the newest generation of MLRS, the rockets can be fitted with a high explosive fragmentation, a fragmentation armor-piercing cluster, or a penetrating warhead. Number 5, Astros 2 from Brazil. The Astros 2 is a self-propelled multiple rocket launcher produced in Brazil by the Avibras company. The first version of the Astros MLRS was designed to fire rockets with caliber ranging from 127 to 450 millimeters, but the Mk6 version is able to fire the surface-to-surface cruise missile AVTM-300, which has a maximum fire range, like the name suggests, of 300 kilometers. This missile is equipped with a central computer that combines a ring laser gyroscope connected to an active GPS navigation device that uninterruptedly supplies positioning information for course correction. On top of that, the warhead of the missile can be fitted with an explosive or cluster munitions warhead with 64 anti-personnel or anti-tank target sub-munitions and has a weight of 200 kilograms. The launcher vehicle is fitted with a containerized weapon station consisting of 8, 4, or 1 launcher tube, depending on the type of rocket or missile used. This is one of the fewest MLRS that has access to a general-purpose 12.7mm machine gun as a secondary weapon. Number 4. BM-30 Smerch from Russia. The BM-30 Smerch is a Russian-made heavy multiple rocket launcher. The first version of the system was first seen by the West in 1983 and is entered in the Russian Army in 1987. It is designed to counter tactical missile systems, Army aviation at staging airstrips, as well as rocket, artillery, and mortar battalions and batteries, command post, and manpower concentration areas. The BM-30 launcher vehicle is equipped with 12 launcher tubes, which can fire rockets of 300mm caliber, which can mount various types of warheads. The 300mm rocket tube arrangement is 2 separate banks of 4, with a connecting roof of the remaining 4 tubes overlying the inner tubes of the banks. It can fire from a minimum range of 20 kilometers to a maximum range of 70 kilometers. Several lighter-weight Smerch systems have been developed during these years, and the most recent one is the 9A-52-4 Tornado. This MLRS can mount the same 300mm caliber rockets used on the BM-30, but it is based on the KMAZ military truck, which allows a more strategically and tactically mobile launcher, albeit at the expense of a slight reduction in firepower. Number 3. M270 from USA. I think everyone with interest in military vehicles has seen this MLRS before. It is doubtless the most famous weapon of this kind. The M270 is a combat-proven 227mm multiple launch rocket system artillery vehicle manufactured by Lockheed Martin Missiles and Fire Control, and it is operational in most of the NATO countries today. The M270 can load 12 rockets, packaged in 2 6 rocket pods. This launcher, which is mounted on a stretched Bradley chassis, is a highly automated self-loading and self-aiming system. It contains a fire control computer that integrates the vehicle and rocket launching operations. This MLRS can also fire a single long-range guided missile, whose canonical name is ATAC-MS. This family includes 3 types of missiles: the Block 1, Block 1A, and Block 1A Unitary. The Block 1, which was used during Operation Desert Storm, has a firing range of 165 kilometers. The Block 1A extends the range to more than 300 kilometers thanks to GPS guidance. Lastly, the Block 1A Unitary was first deployed in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom in March 2003 and retains the same firing range of the Block 1A, but it has access to a more sophisticated warhead, Fuse. The newest variant of the M270 is the M270A2, which includes a better fire control system to allow the use of precision strike missiles. Number 2. M142 HIMARS from USA. The M142 HIMARS, whose acronym stands for High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, is a multiple rocket launcher system developed by Lockheed Martin Missiles and Fire Control and mounted to a FMTV truck chassis. The purpose of HIMARS is to engage and defeat artillery, air defense concentrations, trucks, light armor, and personnel carriers, as well as support troop and supply concentrations. It is able to launch its weapons and move away from the area at high speed before enemy forces are able to locate the launch site. HIMARS carries a single 6-pack of rockets composed of 2 lines of 3 launcher tubes or 1 ATAC-MS missile. It can fire the entire standard MLRS rocket series of 227mm, including the extended range rocket, which has a range of more than 70 kilometers. Similar to the Tornado Smerch that we saw earlier, the M142 is essentially the same as the M270, with a way better mobility, but less firepower. I don't know if I should have putted this on the 3rd spot instead, but the enhanced mobility I think deserved a better place. Number 1. Jobaria from United Arab Emirates. The first time I saw this MLRS, I thought that was kind of cool, and scary at the same time. The Jobaria Multiple Cradle Launcher is a 122mm rocket launcher system designed, developed, and manufactured by the company Jobaria Defense Systems. It is the largest multiple launch rocket system in the world. What the designers did was simply take 6 BM-21 launchers and mount them on a single vehicle. With this type of weapon system, the main advantage is that you can replace 30 people with a crew of 3. The launcher can serve multiple purposes in modern warfare and is able to attack with high-volume firepower. The rocket launcher systems are mounted to the rear of a 10-wheels trailer with 4 power-operated rocket launchers. Each launcher has 3 blocks with 20 rockets each, and the whole system carries a total of 240 rockets. The operator can select firing a single pod, a number of pods, or fire the full load of 240 rockets in less than 2 minutes. This MLRS can fire at a maximum range of 16 to 40 kilometers accurately and can cover an area of 4 square kilometers. By the way, if you liked the video, please consider to support me by clicking the like and subscribe button. See you in the next mission.